Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Follow me.
We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
As a multiracial person whose blood not only runs through the white nations, but also connects to the Native American peoples and the Africans, I have always had a deep disdain for racism and any kind of racial supremacy. When I look out upon the nations of men, I see evil amongst all peoples, but see that people are much like sheep and can be misled by deceptive monsters who are craftier than they. All races are thus guilty of evil, but those who mislead the flock, in full conscious awareness of their actions, are the greatest of sinister elements upon the face of this earth. Herein my soul vibrates with Africa. Thus I refer to her people and all black people as my people, without denying that the white people are my people as well. As for Africa, our people have been greatly misled, misunderstood, and have had the most despicable lies told about us. If Mesopotamia is said to be the cradle of civilization, then Africa is the cradle of the human organism. Our people knew that the earth was a sphere when Columbus was sailing to prove it. Our people were performing complex surgeries hundreds of years before surgeons in the European world understood and were even capable of them. We had advanced knowledge of astronomy unmatched by even the most high societies outside of Africa. The Zulu people themselves are not called Zulu as to mean the people of the heavens or blue sky, as outsiders claim, but because Zulu comes from Uzulu, which is a direct reference to space, meaning the space of stars and supernovas. And our people knew that it was possible to travel in space as one travels upon the sea. Our people created magnificent works of art with such complexity that they astounded travelers from other lands. It is a fact that racism against our people was unknown in the ancient world. Our people were revered as a high society of a great people, in the same way that one can have nothing but awe for the Mayans or the wisdom of the Native Americans. There has been a concerted effort to demonize our people and to send the white man against us. To a great degree, this has worked. The true enemy of our people and those who collaborate with them spill drugs into our communities. Right now, they are taking every measure to destroy Africa. If you research AIDS and the HIV virus, you will come to realize that it is not HIV that is the culprit of destroying the immune systems of the African people, but the very drugs they administer to our people. Africa is a testing ground for their deadly medicines and poisoned vaccines. The media, which they control, is always ready to broadcast images of our criminals, but nary a word from our doctors, philosophers, spiritual leaders, or African historians, who would smash the steaming bog of lies said about us. They control the music industry, and thus they are always ready to reward any of our people who are ready to trade in their souls and degrade our women and promote violence in their lyrics. They have, by and large, taken control of our leaders, and any who find out their method and intent of their games, they quickly extinguish. When you begin to understand their nature, you will realize that they degrade and demonize the black race so that all attention will be on us and not them.
This is a book called From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph Windsor. And inside this book, it tells us how we got into Africa, because we're not African, we're Israelites. Now, it says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman army under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period Pompey to Judas, it has been estimated that only 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. Just like at the time of Christ when he fled into Africa. When Herod sent the army after him, he fled into Africa because he was a dark-skinned man. He was dark. He was hiding with other dark-skinned people.